Okay, so we're gonna go over Monday's isometric exercises. The whole idea against this one, chamber hand. So if we're over here, you're gonna go against the wall or against a partner, and you're gonna do all these exercises similar to this action. So my hands are chambered, and I'm just gonna push about 30 to 50% power into the wall for 3 to 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax again. Continuing that 10 reps for 3 sets on each side of the body. Then we have the uppercut. The first set is going to be in a front stance. So we're right here. Front stance, elbow is close to my ribs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax, continuing. Second set is in a horse stance. Same thing, you're just kind of pushing in without leaning. It's almost just like flexing into the wall. The last set is into back stance here, okay? A 45-degree punch. A 45-degree punch is that last angle just before the finish of the punch. So I'm right here with my index finger pointing up. So if I were to think that this is a clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, my knuckle is pointing about between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock before I get to 12, right? So front stance, forward stance, back stance. The reason why I want you guys to use those stances is especially because in your katas you're trying to get that sort of range of motion. And then the full-on front punch. From the front stance to the horse stance to back stance. Again, each one of these here, each set is 10 reps. And then move on to the next set, obviously doing right and left side. Okay, I did say for isometric training, try to build up to using all the techniques found in your kata and perform them in the same stance or shape as your kata dictates. So if you have a motion that's like this, you're going to want to try to force that push against the wall. If you have a motion that's like this, I'm going to want to try to force that shape. But again, building up to it. So once you're getting really, really good at this, and you're feeling that strength and that flexibility, then you need to move forward. Okay, so this one is meant to be on some sort of bench or whatever. So you do want the rope underneath you. If you don't have a bench, then you might have to adapt being on the ground. You want to have a bench so that way this hand can come down. But the idea is to build this tension and work on these explosive punches. So the first one is bench press explosive punches. The first set is with a resistance rope, which is this here. Okay. If I were to use this railing as my own bench, again, you want to get that bench action. So you're focusing on getting this completely stretched out. You want to make sure you have that tension. So if you need to adjust your ropes a little bit, like holding shorter. So for example, I'm holding here now. Now I'm working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obviously on the other side as well. The next one, sorry, I'll try to hold on to this, is without the resistance rope. So you're doing the same exact thing what I just did without the rope, and so you're trying to pump out that punch as fast as possible. Really working on that fast twitch motion. The last one can be with the resistance band plus like a staff. So if you can either wrap this around the staff, right? Or knot it around the staff. So if I'm here, I'll get rid of these handles real quick. Make a quick knot on one, and on the other one, same idea. Here, make a quick knot. So now this is still behind my back. Here, I'm on my bench, so that way I can get a good range of motion. And I'm here. here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, if you don't have anything to lay on, like kind of what I'm doing right now, even though it's not super comfortable, use the floor. You won't get the full range of motion by coming all the way back here because your elbows can't go to the floor. So try what you can. It doesn't hurt to try to jimmy rig some items or using chairs or stools or things like that. Okay, so that's the bench press explosive punches. The reverse punch explosives. So the first one is going to be with the resistance band. So if I had this item here, you want to try to wrap it around some sort of solid surface or get it hooked behind some sort of solid surface, right? So let's see. I'm taking one apart. Okay, so let's just pretend I'm doing this one for right now. All right, resistance. I'm sorry. With the bow, okay. Reverse punch with the resistance band, yeah. So I'd have this here wrapped around. Again, imagine this were a solid surface, just kind of holding on to it, and I'm practicing my reverse punch. So if I had this standing behind me, I'm going to try to just do this real quick. I'm focusing on getting my grip, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting that extension out there. The next one is punching without the band plus using a chamber hand. So now I'm just here. I'm going to focus on chamber hand punch. 1, 2, 3. The next one is using bands for both. So I would have a band for the chamber hand here, focusing on this pull, simultaneously having a band here, focusing on the punch. So you want to have two sort of frames. A way to wrap around a frame if necessary, you can take your band here, stretch it in just like that. That's one way if you don't have a way of just looping it around as such. Like if I needed to go against this solid structure here, I would have to do that knot that I just mentioned. Okay. All right. The last one for Monday is triple punch explosive. So we have 10 reps times 3 sets with the resistant bands for both. Okay. We're gonna start with chamber and punch. Start with reverse punch. So what we just did with resistance band here and here, we're going to start in reverse punch. And as fast as possible, 1, 2, 3, and then reset. 1, 2, 3, but with the resistance bands. The next one is, it says, on a bench with the resistance band, keep the opposite hand extended and then alternate using the resistance rope. Alternative is using the resistance rope while standing. So, if you don't have a bench and you're here, I hold one hand out here, one hand here, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I have a bench, over here, underneath. One of the nice things about using it against a bench is you have gravity to help you with this exercise. And when I say help, I mean that's a good thing, as in you want that resistance. You want to work against gravity when you're working out. So I'm here, 1, 2, 3. Notice that I'm doing these punches here. And it's meant to be as quick as possible. 1, 2, 3. And then continuing until I finish the set on both sides of my body. So that's Monday's exercise for you.